What is going on, everybody? Ryan Baggett here with Chatbot Builder AI, and we're gonna have us some chatbot fun today. How are y'all doing? I'm not going to take up too much time, although I say that every time. I end up having too much fun with all of you. But while I can't promise how long this might be or how short this might be, I can promise you're gonna get more value right here, right now, if you're into AI chatbots than anywhere else in the world. I put it on my mama right there. And mama, if you're watching, I love you. But I tell you what, it's going down. For those of you that you don't know, chatbotbuilder.ai is that platform you should be looking at if you're looking to build AI for yourself, for your business, for your clients, because it is that ultimate solution, that one shop, that get her done, son. I'm from South Carolina, baby. I'm not from the tech world of the West Coast, if you can't tell by now. So we do things a little bit differently around here. Before I get started, let me jump in this chat and see who we got. First of all, tell you what it's like in Chatbot Builder AI world. McNasty is in the house. The other Ryan. What's going on? Asta, my man, king of AI in Fiji, y'all. so much fun, man. I can't even count all the people in the chat right now. That just gets me too hype. Too hype. What's going on, guys? All right, so we did a little poll on our Facebook group and Discord, and we said, what do y'all want to see? What bots? And I gave some ideas. And this was consistent with a poll I did a while back on YouTube. And it seems that the two most in-demand templates people want to see are going to be, don't tell me I'm muted. Okay, cool. You can see me. Had a heart attack for a second. Yeah, e-commerce or customer service. We're going to do both. How about that? So, what's going on? What up from Florida? Oop, how do I do that? What's up from Florida? Show. What's up? What's up, Ann? So we got Darwin. What's up? All right, we about to do this thing. Wallace, I promise you a shout out in the Discord. I think it was the Discord. Yeah, it was the Discord. You the man, dude. I told you. And so with that, we're gonna get it on. I'm gonna set my screen up here and do a little bit of screen sharing. And I'll go ahead and say you don't need Riplet, so don't even worry about any other subscription right now. Okay, we're gonna focus on one thing at the time. And coming from my background in the world of hospitality, born in Savannah, Georgia, the hostess city, this means we're known for tourism and being hospitable, right? So guest service has always been a thing that where I'm from has kind of been around. Well, arguably. Let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to open up my screen here. We're going to start a brand new account so y'all can just see the things. And we're going to focus on the customer today, baby. The customer. It's all about the customer. We don't have customers at chatbotbuilder.ai. I decided yesterday, I think, I'm no longer calling anybody that subscribes to our system customers. Instead, they're going to be called co-creators, because that's what really they do. They co-create with us, which is so fun and cool. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, so I want to kind of see both things going on at the same time. I don't have any funny businesses around here. There's no backup builder. There's no funny business, okay? I'm going to make sure my lighting's all right. I know that's what people like. They like these flashy videos, so you got to play the part here. See if I can get a little bit more light on that face of mine. All right. We about to have some fun. I'm going to make sure my screen is on point. Meanwhile, anyone that has questions, you feel free to drop them in there and I'll go through. So look here. The first thing we're going to learn is something very important for anyone that actually wants to try to build chatbots for yourself, for your business, or for your clients. More importantly, probably for your clients. You need to listen up. If you can't edit your chatbot, meaning the whole thing, if you can't manipulate that thing on the fly, well, either you're going to pay a person who's not yourself to do this for you, or you're going to have to carry a laptop around, I guess. Have fun with that. coming from somebody who has personally built hundreds of chatbots for clients at this point, I can tell you there's going to be times where you're going to have to make a change. That client's going to demand it. That client's going to say, "Yo, we just ran out of this. I don't know how to change this thing because I'm having a meltdown, even though you've taught me. So what are you going to do?" I've been there. So the solution is it must be mobile first. Mobile friendly? No. Mobile first. You don't care about an inbox only app. This is not solving the problem, guys. So as you can see, the whole thing is mobile first here. We're already in a brand new account, but we're just going to create another one, just so you know. When you create an account with us, you're actually creating a profile. And with your profile, as you go, we're going to start with web chat. We're going to create our first chat bot in which we can connect to many channels. In this case, we're going to do e-commerce. E-commerce right here. E-commerce bot demo. All right. So you can make this on your iPad. You can make this on your Droid, your iPhone, or your Mac Daddy MacBook, whatever you want. This is your analytics screen. This is where you're going to find all the information and all the data to back you up on why your clients need to keep on paying you every single month. Data doesn't lie, baby. It's what keeps you in business. And if the data is showing otherwise that you're not producing, guess what? You're going to be in business. So the rule number one, don't trust any YouTube thumbnail out there that's just flashing $10,000 this, $1 million that, because this is just to get your attention and likely little value. Rule number two, be able to work on your bot on the fly, mobile first. So here are all tabs that you've got. Due to the amazing community and co-creators that we have added the Discord button here, as well as a documentation button here, and the Get Support button here. And what I'm going to do today, guys, is probably, I'm sure this has never been done. We're very transparent around here. So I'm thinking that the customer service portion of the bot that I make for you in this demo, we'll implement this like immediately. And I know that Brian, shout out to support Brian. He's probably already got the most dope solution that I haven't been able to check out just yet, but bear with me. But we'll probably use exactly this, at least for a little while, and continue to improve on it. So a lot of people like to know what we're doing, and we'll make that happen. Where'd my tunes go? I lost my music. Hold up. Can everybody hear me okay? I hope so. Let's check the chat. That's that, yeah, darling, that's that Southern hospitality. Hopefully everybody can hear me. My music kind of just stopped, so that's kind of freaking me out. I was jamming for a minute. Let's turn it off. Make sure my sound's good before I go too crazy. Looking good there. Looking good there. All right. Well, we should be all right. All right, you can hear me. Cool. So it's just me. So the first thing we're going to do in this e-commerce bot is understand we're going to have a way for customers to be able to deal with us. Okay. And we, in a way that we expect. So the first thing that I normally tell you guys to do is go to your integration section that's located in the settings tab. Go to ChatGPT. You're already connected to the API. You don't need to bring your own key. You don't need to keep spending money. It's the last thing you need to keep doing. The more expensive your bot is every month, the less money that you're going to make every single month. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just adjust our prompt a little bit. We're going to just say, and I like to, some of you guys I've seen in Discord, by the way, y'all are like the fastest typers alive. I'm not a fast typer like that, and I'm highly likely to misspell things. So I let ChatGPT do most of my typing, or I speak or dictate to text. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And so I recommend you to do this. It's going to save you time, and it's fun. It's just fun. So here we go. Your name is Ralph the robot, the helpful chatbot for Ralph Lauren Polo. Period. Your goal is to provide world-class customer service with each and every interaction with the intent on collecting the customer's contact data in order to build Polo's customers list. Period. With every interaction, it's imperative that you always make the customer feel as if any concern they have is of the utmost importance, as if they're the last customer on earth, and that they should have faith in the Polo name and the brand to have their back and not distress. How you like that? I do like me some Polo. All right, cool. Let me see. I think I figured that out there. Let's put my music back on, even if it's in my own little earpods. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm back in my zone, baby. All right, so cool. Now we have our little deal working here. Your name's Ralph the Robot. You've got a goal, provide world-class service. All right, with every interaction, we're going to do a little something here. I'm going to turn that down real quick. And we're going to say this. Here's going to be the first thing that if you want to be ahead of the game, this is what we're going to do. We're going to write a function, right? This is the thing that makes all of the GPTs in OpenAI land semi-powerful, potentially, but it's an extremely unfamiliar format, this the JSON that they expect. And so instead of letting you guys have to deal with that and learn APIs and instead let you get to building, we've done all the hard work for you. And only the Discord OGs know how we did it, because I kind of explained it last night or the night before. They're all the same. But this is going to be our first function. So we already know that the chatbot can give back any information that we provide. But in this case, what we want to do is if the customer is complaining, we want to make sure we capture that customer's information, store it, and then alert an admin. So here's how we're going to do that. Important, : if you detect that a customer has an issue that is important to track, you must first always know if you have their first name, last name, phone number, email, and zip code on file. Period. If the customer appears to be attempting to file a complaint against an employee, a store location, or a product, take this very seriously and always ensure the customer understands it's important that Polo collects this customer data in order to follow up to ensure customer satisfaction. You must always ask this information within the very beginning of identifying there is a complaint, with one message asking for all of the details required, rather than one by one. Rather than, you got tired of listening to me. Rather than one by one. All right, bet. So here's the ultimate trick. If I can easily get in there, chat. Let's see if I can. My session is expired. Of course it is. Long hair, don't care. Log right in front of you, like a boss. All right, so we're popping into the Chat GPT Tizzle, and it's the birthday. Happy birthday, Chat GPT. You can still see the screen. Great. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our prompt, and even though we're good, we're not as good as Chat GPT. That's the best Facebook ads lesson I could ever give anyone, because it was best one ever given to me. I'm going to say this. The following text is instructions for my chatbot for Ralph Lauren Polo. period. Optimize these instructions, and then below the optimized instructions that have been expanded, please provide some examples of user assistant conversations. Some of the examples should include questions from the users that are legitimate about products that Polo carries, while other examples should include scenarios in which the user is asking silly and non-relevant questions, with the assistant responding that it's against the policy of Polo to continue conversations of this manner. Bam. All right, so let's see what the heck I just said. Non-relevant. All right, so provide some examples. Include scenarios in which users ask silly, non-relevant questions. So I can type with the assistant responding that is against policy. All right, so basically this is what I gave Wallace a shout out for. The show and tell method is probably the most effective method in which train or prompt your bot. If you're going to have what we call a default reply, meaning the message that is going to be sent to the user in any scenario that's not already expected. For example, if you have a keyword set up called get started, for example, or a keyword or a quick reply or conversation, icebreaker, whatever you want to call them, to actually do something specific, this is not a default reply. This is a flow-based or rule-based reply. So if someone says, comment below the word money or comment info, then check your DMs, right? This is something that you'll see Facebook encourage already within their dashboard, within the internal automations. They encourage to use a hashtag internally with their tool, the comment tool that they have, and you'll be able to respond, I believe, one or the other, maybe both, with one conversational turn. And they recommend a hashtag. So it's a way to make a hashtag actually powerful. Imagine the comment tool saying, comment below with hashtag X, and now your chatbot's doing its thing. So what we've got here is the actual prompt I'm going to use. I'm going to give it a little bit more instructions. I'm going to say, make sure to provide better, clearer, expanded instructions in the very beginning in paragraph form, starting with, you are the helpful and official AI assistant for Ralph Lauren Polo. All right. So now we should get a pretty perfect little prompt here. So you got all this, that's good. And then we've got the questions, I believe. Here's a scenario. And I forgot that I called him Ralph. So I've got the questions and the answers. And again, as Wallace pointed out, what we're using here is the show and tell method. So we're telling the bot what to do and who it is. You're the helpful and official assistant for Ralph Lauren Polo. All right, that's who you are. Here's what your goal is. Make your customer feel valued, blah, blah, blah. When a customer mentions an issue or a complaint, we must get their information if we don't have it. First name, last name, phone number, email, zip code. If not, request it. And we're going to say, it is a non-negotiable to collect all of these fields from the contact in order to continue with an official complaint, because that is the policy of Polo. If the user does not wish to provide all of the information, you must inform them you cannot continue with their request. That way you don't get those trolls, or at least you minimize the trolls, if you're a huge company like that. So you've got some good instructions here. And now we've got user, I'm looking for a Ralph Lauren Polo shirts. Hello, of course, customer 2 with a legitimate complaint. I had a bad customer experience at your store, and bam, we're going to get the information. Silly questions. Do you have shirts for cats? That's actually not a silly question. I'm sure that Ralph Lauren Polo does actually, in fact, have um, pet clothing. But we're going to say something like this. Who are you voting for president this year? Sorry, that's against our policy to talk about politics, religion, sports, or anything other than the incredible apparel that we serve our customers. Can I help you with anything else instead? And so now I've got this scenario. I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to say over here in ChatGPT, I'm going to say, give me 3 more examples of these undesirable conversations, but with Polo responding on brand and according to policy. Boom. And so now we're going to get the rest of our stuff because, like, again, I mean, maybe I can talk fast. I know I can't type fast, but I know I can't talk or type as fast as ChatGPT Tizzle, baby. All right, so let's go ahead and just pop those bad boys in there. We don't need these scenario numbers, and I'm going to take those away because we don't want to confuse our friend ChatGPT here. All right, so we'll just say examples. So now we've got a really good idea of how our bot's going to respond. Can you tell me any available options? Here's all the things. In this case, I'm looking for a shirt. We don't necessarily need to ask for the information there. We've got a complaint. We do want the deal. Non-relevant. Boom, that's good. Boom, that's good. All right, cool. Let's see. And let's just do this because we can. How about that? I'm going to just type Polo and find their website here. All right, cool. And let's just try this out. This is free for you guys to use if you have the Pro deal, I guess. ChatGPT Pro. We made what's it called, knowledge base for you guys. So all I'm going to do is just hit Control V, just give it the website, and it should crawl the site for you and pull some information easily, quickly. And you're not going to get in trouble yourself, at least, for scraping their website. Instead, that'll be on OpenAI. This is one reason I don't want to put this in directly in our platform. I believe that scraping in general is going to have some really strict rules eventually. But if you are a Pro subscriber, feel free to take advantage of this knowledge-based GPT that we've made for you. We'll see if this thing is working. There's a lot of information on Polo's website, so I'm curious myself in knowing what we're going to get if it doesn't time out or fail. I think our servers might be faster than this. What y'all think? How y'all doing out there? Let's check their website here. I do not shop online for clothes at all. So they got some cool imagery here. That's cool. I love to see that. Look at that. That's a scroll stopper. So they had a nice little website, as you would guess. So we still got old chat OpenAI. Now this is not us. This is ChatGPT, just struggling on the struggle bus. Bing. I wonder if we blame Bing, because we got to blame somebody, right? So it's on the struggle bus. Meanwhile, we're going to prepare our Google Sheet with proper fields. I think we know what we want to do here. Let's go and make sure we're not totally crazy looking in there. Let's call this Google Sheet because we're going to store the information. Customer service rep bot demo. Okay, and so we're going to get the date of let's just say date. We'll just say date. Then we'll say first name. Then we'll say last name. We'll say email. Let's do phone. Zip. And let's also get the complaint right here. Complaint. And then let's also let's do a status. All right, cool. So these are going to be what we essentially are tracking. And depending on time, what we'll do is we'll throw this in like app sheets or my favorite Glad apps, and like immediately you've got an application that you can provide to yourself, your team, your clients. That is a beautiful UI that you can customize. That's all powered by your CBB account. Let's see, did knowledge base do anything yet? Look at that. Come on, OpenAI. By the way, let's show y'all how to do this too. Just because it's probably a good idea for you to know. Platform.openai.com. Where's their status? Login. Hopefully it doesn't make me have to like do all this crap to log in. All right, cool. Where's their, let's see, where's their status? Let's just check it. Let's not check my bill though, it's really high. Yeah, the end of the month's coming. Yeah, I should be getting billed here. They should have their, let's see if their help. Nope. Where's their status? You would think it would be right here. All systems operational. Here you go. Here's the status. So you can subscribe. So all you, we should throw this in our website or make a webhook. I get the texts, but you can throw your number in there and get the information as soon as they say that they're good. Looks like they've had some issues that they reported, but it looks like they're okay today. You can see all the different errors that at least they report, but we can see here that this like took forever and then did nothing. And it says, look, there was an error getting the response. That's aka a bad gateway. We'll try it again and then it'll work probably. So let's see. It's doing research. It's visiting the website. It's going to work now. You know, they're just going to have timeouts and bad gateways themselves. We see that on our side, on the API side, but I think it happens a lot more frequently than at least before on the user side of ChatGPT versus the API. So we'll see if this thing can work. All right, it says it's done. Boom. All right, cool. So weak, super weak sauce. like ChatGPT doesn't already know this. But anyways, we'll throw this in the prompt just because. All right, so bam. Now what we need to do, we're not going to add any products yet because we're just focused on the complaint side. What we're going to do is we're going to create a function next. Now, as you can see, we've already got you hooked up to the fastest model in the world. As far as I'm aware of, the fastest and smartest, aside from GPT-4 and GPT-4 Turbo. I go ahead and I'm going to turn off the max tokens because instead of controlling your prompt with the number of tokens, I think it is much more effective to just do it in your prompt. And so we'll say important. Never exceed 3 to 4 short lines to ensure quick, concise communication that the customer will appreciate. And we'll throw in a little hashtag in there. Mr. David Shapiro recommends that, and I found it does a pretty good job. We'll also throw an important right here too. All right, if I can spell right. All right, cool. So this is just kind of like referencing, hey, pay a little bit more attention here. We'll do the same right here. Make them consistent. All right. Never exceed. All right, cool. So I like that. So now we're just going to do the function, right? So we already have one function built in for you. You have 2 others that you could use. We already have a function for the time. And if you use a weather API key of your own, you could use the get weather API that we've built. And these are functions as well. They're just a little bit more advanced. This is one that you just don't want to build yourself. But essentially, if you leave this turned on, which you can disable it, if you leave that turned on, though, if your customers ever ask your bot, hey, I want to talk to a person, it'll automatically pause. And then your end will be notified, hey, you have a customer that wants to talk to a person. We turn that off because we're going to make our own function here. So before we make a function though, we need to make sure we have all of these fields. We have the date, first name, last name, email, and phone number already built in the system for you. So those are called system fields. But in your account, and we're in a brand new account, if you can remember, we're not going to have one for complaint or status. So what we need to do is create in the flows section a custom field, 2 of them actually. And the first one is going to be called complaint. Well, actually, we don't have zip code in there for you necessarily, I don't think. So zip, that's cool. Then we'll do complaint. That's cool. And then what was the other one? Status. Copy. Boom. So now we've got all the custom fields we need to create a function. And so just to give you an idea of how that looks, I'll just show you. In your ChatGPT account here, if you go to your functions, you'll see the get weather function, for example. We're taking this information and we're formatting it for you, so you don't have to. This is the get weather function, for example. We have a flow built in. We have a name here, get current weather, and it tells the user. This explains the function that allows the users to get an answer about the weather if they request it. Okay, that's how easy we make it. Now, if we go to, let's see, let me open this on this screen here so I don't expose anything that we shouldn't. We can get out of this Polo website here. What a weak knowledge base. I'm ashamed of that. That these GPTs are not going to be making anybody any money on this store, but it'll be good to have the, I think it'll be good to have the like recognition. If you can get someone to go to your website from the store, that would be great if they ever launch it. But I don't have a lot of faith in that. So let's go look at the assistant here. So you can just see, needed to create a new one that doesn't. Can we open this bad boy up? Let's see. All right, so yeah, we'll do it like this. I can show you like that. All right, create. So this is the, hopefully you can see this. This is the assistant feature in OpenAI. What you can see here is you get a name, instructions, you get to choose your model. It's interesting, they have more models to show. So these are all the different models. It's interesting. We don't show the ones that are gonna expire. But yeah, this is what we pull to. So the way they have it, and we just don't pull the ones that are going to expire because that'll mess you up. All right, so here are your options here. The functions. This is OpenAI's way of creating a function. This is the exact same thing as what we have here. But the way we do it in your flow, just so you can see, it's really important to understand. This is an external request. This is as complicated as our entire system gets. Instead of you having to map this stuff out yourself, well, you've got your you put a header here if you needed a header. You're going to save the information and be able to test it. This is where your key would go. This key is expired, so you have to use your own, obviously. Instead of you dealing with this so much, if you want to do that, great. You can do that, but this is the way that we have it. So instead of having to work in an environment with just all of the different ways you could mess this up, instead we just made it very, very easy. So we'll close out of that guy and move this screen back over. So now let's make the function. We're not going to just talk about it and get you to sign up for a course or something. We're going to do it, baby. So ChatGPT, and then we're going to go to functions. Let's click add, and we're going to do customer complaint. All right, and so allows the user to make a complaint to the agent. So now I've explained just very easily, allows the user to make the complaint. If our bot is now going to detect, essentially what's happening as intent detection, when it detects that the user is going to make a complaint, it's going to now collect the information we define here. So let's get their name. Let's get their email. We said let's get their, matter of fact, let's get their first name, last name, email. Let's follow the little format. Okay, so first name, last name, email, phone, zip, email, phone. Where's my zip? Then I've got my complaint, status. I think that's it. And so now what you need to do, you've got the custom field in which you're going to save the information. Now you just basically need to tell ChatGPT what to save. And so the easiest way to do that is to include the word users kind of right in front of what you've saved, your custom field, if your custom field's an irrelevant name already. So it would be users. Let's not do all caps like we're too much of a boomer. Users first name. Oops. Users last name. Users email. Users phone. Users zip. Users complaint. And then let's do status. User. We don't actually need status for this. So that's all we need. We're going to do first name, last name, email, phone number, zip, and complaint. And we're going to trigger a flow. And we're going to say a little something here. We're going to do, actually, we'll just hit continue for now. In order for us to connect to Google Sheets, this is going to require some knowledge of PHP and a little bit of HTML, as well as a degree in APIs. No, I'm just kidding. You're just going to need to click this connect button. I hope we've got some humor in the audience tonight. No riplet needed, baby. You just click allow and you're done. Now we're going to go to our flows. Someone just set me up with something, I'm sure. I heard it. So let's call this send to help desk. All right. And so this is our flow. We've got us a nice little blocky block. We're going to click add content and we're going to click actions and we're going to click Google Sheets because now it's available. Unless you've connected to Google Sheets like we just did, it won't be available. We already have the action we want by default, send data, but you do have a lot of different things that you can do here, as well as generate a dynamic gallery instantly out of the box, baby. We'll do, who are we looking for? The CRS bot demo. So we just made sheet number 1, and here we go. This is called mapping. Now, the one that you probably wouldn't be able to guess on your own if you're brand new is going to be the date field. But like, you don't need to call an API for the date like some people have done in the template that you may have gotten. Sorry to tell you, you don't need to do that. We've done it for you. It's the last interaction is going to be the field, the custom field that you want to use when you want to use like the last moment in times date. So in this case, the date the ticket was submitted, that timestamp is what's going to be collected here. The rest is going to be self-explanatory. You're just going to map the fields. So here's your Google Sheets, right? Oops. Here's your, come on, Ryan. Here's your Google Sheets columns here, and you're just mapping over. No need for anything crazy. You can, I'm not going to admit it, but I may or may have not have created chatbots like at stoplights. And we're not going to need to do anything with status for now. That's for some advanced stuff. So save. Okay, so what this does, the function is going to occur when all that information has been like taken, and then it's going to go boop, send it to the Google Sheets. And then we're going to send a message to the user. And we're going to say, thanks for all of the details. We will forward this to our tier 2 customer service manager in your region. and we'll be in touch with you within 72 hours, as it's our promise to always make you feel great. This is what you would do if you're making an old school bot. You would just write something like that. But what we're going to do, we're going to use a little bit of something that I like to call AI. We're going to click Add Content, Actions, Open AI. And I'm going to click on this bad boy, and I'm going to generate some text. Now, you've got a lot of options here. We have every option. You could use the advanced mode so that you can help finesse or control the user message, but typically you don't need to do that. The reason that we have generate text here is because really all you need to do is just tell your chatbot what to do. And based on the last input from your user, your chatbot's just going to work. This is specific because this is not a default reply situation. We're making this happen. We're forcing this conversation. So in this case, I'll show you how to use the advanced method because it really would work either way in this scenario because we're just sending one piece of text essentially. So we'll go to advanced and we'll just delete what's in this little business information. And we're just going to, as the user, we're going to say this in a professional tone. I'm going to say something like this in a professional tone. Let's see. I need to put this here. I was a little mixed up there for a second there, buddy. All right. Say something like this. Thanks for the details. We'll forward this to our tier 2 customer service manager in your region. We'll be in touch with you. Right here. I was all messed up here. So tier 2 customer service region will be in touch with you in 72 hours. That should be true. That'll be good. Say something like this. So this is what we're saying to the bot. And so we can just say, you are the official chatbot for Ralph Lauren Polo. Just for some baby context, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't need to do that, but if you want to just make sure you're good, like really good, this is what you'll do. So you're the official chatbot for Ralph Lauren Polo. Say something like this. Thanks for the details. We'll forward this to our people. We have custom fields for you to use based on the flows that we provide. For now, this could change at the beginning of the year, but you can always just make your own. They're all only going to mean what you want them to mean. So in this case, I'm just going to use AI text. And what's happening here, guys, is we are, instead of you making an API call or using something like a Riplet or any other tool or third party, we take care of all that for you. All you need to do is tell your chatbot what it needs to do, tell it, and show it in some cases. But we're just going to tell it here as the user. Say something like this. Thanks for all the details, right? So it's not going to like ask us questions. It's going to do this one thing. So this is what we're sending to OpenAI's API, and what it's returning. Their API is returning what the text is being saved here. You could again make an image through DALL-E 1 through 3. You could do speech to text, text to speech, or this is how you delete the message history, which is the conversation history that is stored between your user and OpenAI. If you choose to have your bot remember the conversation, by default, we keep it on yes. I recommend that you do, because in general, it's just the best way to have a good conversation. And that's the hard part that these other platforms haven't figured out yet. Not the big ones, not the small ones. They either don't have a solution or they make you do it. So they can't be to blame, which we've solved this. This is like what makes everything so fun and easy. So we're going to remove this function because this is just sending one message. And what's happening here is the information gets sent to Google Sheets, and then boom, we're going to fix this one thing here. What I've got to do is move this guy up. and we're going to use the custom field AI text. That's going to go in place of this. If I don't do what I'm showing you here, if you don't change this and you just leave it static, it's going to say the same thing every single time to every single customer. That's not AI. So instead, we're going to do it like this. AI text. So it's happening again. You're telling OpenAI what you want it to generate as far as text goes, and that text is now being saved in the custom field, the cuff AI text. None of this other stuff really matters in this case because it's going to be pretty short, and that text is going to be displayed to the user here. So let's rename this block best practices, send complaint to Google Sheets. We'll say send customer confirmation. All right. And then let's lastly alert the admin. Let's go to actions, notify admin. I'm the admin of the account, and we can say something like full name, just left a complaint. Here is the link to chat. If I want to just like nip it in the bud as a manager, no problem. We have this little thing called an inbox. You could either respond in your Facebook inbox if this was a Facebook interaction. We recommend just using the inbox that we provide because it's the best inbox in the world. Completely mobile first, mobile friendly, but we can work on any device. So in this case, what would happen is let's rename this to notify manager. Now, what's happening here, guys, is the customer has complained. The bot has received the information necessary to populate this Google Sheet. And then it's saying, hey, thanks for the information. Someone's going to be in touch. Now we've immediately notified a manager. But just so you know, we do have email. So if you connect your email, you could always just send an email to someone, either internally or externally. Or you could also just send, if you were connected to text messaging, you could send a text message. But we just are connected to web chat for now. But everything's just a one-click connection from Facebook to Instagram, Telegram, all of these things. You just click connect. That's literally it. But in this case, they're gonna get the complaint stored, send it, send a message that says we got you, then notify the admin, which is me. And so let's hit publish. All right, cool. And so now all we want to do in this case is let's go back to our settings here. And we're going to make sure that we've got that function turned on. Function is going to be customer complaint. I want to make sure that I do say here, we want to, when the customer mentions an issue or complaint, first determine their contact information is on file. If not, let's also say on file, comma, and then record the complaint from the customer. I forgot that part earlier. So this is like where you see important. What's happening here is this is how you're defining the function. Like the coolest thing in AI. This is the function. So that is in your prompt. It's always looking for this function if you have it turned on. This works exactly the way ChatGPT plugins work. All right, we're going to not just turn these off. We don't need max tokens, and we're going to go take the temperature down to 3 and click continue. So we've got this turned on. That's great. In our flows section, let's go back here really quick. This is the send to help desk flow. So the one thing that we need to do is edit that function we made. And right here is the last step. We need to just tell the flow, send to help desk. So what's happening is the order of operations. When in doubt, it's the order of operations, guys. So the customer complaint, the name of the function is very important. You can't just name it something silly or it won't work. It must be something that the AI can understand. Oh, customer complains. let's see what we need to do. We need to allow the user to make a complaint. And we don't even need to the agent. That's confusing. Less is more in this case. Allows the user to make a complaint. We'll say to make a complaint and to provide their contact information. That's much better. This is a much better trigger right here for the function. Allows the user to make a complaint and to provide their contact information. What are we going to need to collect before we can get down here? First name, last name, email, phone number, zip code, and complaint. And we said in our prompt earlier, we don't need to repeat that here, but in our prompt, we said it's necessary to provide all this information. So it should ask for all this information in one go. Once all this information has been saved into your system and it's been satisfied, the flow will trigger here. Send a help desk, which is what sends the information to Google Sheets and then alerts me as the admin and then tells the customer, yo, dude, we got you. Sorry for the screw up. All right, so let's test it out. And the way we can do that, there's many ways, but we can go to flows here and let's go to welcome message. And so in this case, let's do this. So we're gonna just grab. Let's do this. Let's see if Dolly's working yet. Working real good, anyways. We'll say create a gangster-looking, luxurious, expensive Ralph Lauren polo shirt concept image. I'm like probably the worst Dolly prompter on the planet. But one day Dolly's going to be able to generate blueprints. It's going to be able to generate 3D printed schematics for sure. I mean, AI, and if you're not involved, if you're not controlling yourself, it's not going to be the same fuse as it will be for so many other people, is all I can say. You know, I love what I do because I love helping people, truthfully. What gangster looking is Ralph Lauren polo shirt concept. Let's do this. I don't want to see a person. I just want to see the apparel, dude. If I had said dude, that would have totally confused Dolly. I don't want to see a person, just the apparel. People are blowing me up on my thing, telling me I'm stupid. Don't care. All right, so let's get our apparel only shot here so we can add it into our flow. That's what the goal is going to be. Bam. Oh. All right, cool. Well, just because I think that's hilarious, we're just going to do a little screenshot of that. I do love that. Dude, I think I need that chair. That's like the worst screenshot of all time, right? I love that chair. I'm like, man, I need to sell about 5,000 more subscriptions. All right, cool. So we have our image. And so let's do a little something. We're going to click on this block and let's just delete this guy and start over. Click add content, and then we'll do a card. Let's do a square, upload the image. And that was on this screenshot here. And we'll say polo demo store. And then let's say visit website or shop now, maybe. And we'll change this later when we add some products. Shop now, or just go to google.com. Because we're not going to really click it. We're just going to have a button here just to do it. And we'll add a quick reply. And we'll say VIP. Let's say polo VIP. All right, cool. So on this welcome message, we're giving them a little image here in the card. Polo store we're just giving them a little name. We're going to give them an option to click to shop now or to become a VIP. And just quickly to just show you the old school way we can collect the email, we can use the get user data element. It's already set for email for the reply type. So all we need to do is just say To become a VIP, just please provide your email below. That was not Polo. Ralph Lauren. That was pole dancing. We don't want to see that. Ralph Lauren. We're just getting all my text messing up in here. That's a Gucci Man. Is that a Gucci Man? No. It looks like there's that 50 in the background. I don't know this. I don't know any rappers anymore. I don't know if that do anything to do with Polo either, but we'll just choose this one because that looks like it looks like that shirt too. I don't wear that kind of polo. I'm gonna say, cool, you're a VIP now. Cool, you're a VIP now. And then you would, if you had your email campaigns already like blasted out, like ready to go. Again, imagine you had a whole bunch of email flows. 1, 2. You could have the moment someone subscribes, gives you their email from here. You could hit them with an email immediately, and then like another week later, hit them with another one if you wanted to. But in this case, this is all we need, and I think we can hit publish. Let's preview this bad boy. See what we got. We just block the pop-up. Don't block the pop-up. And so here is our store. We can shop now, or we can become a VIP, or we can ask a question. And so let's ask a question. Let's make sure you can see the thing there. Look how considerate. I'm going to say, do you sell both infant, young men, and adult polos? Yes. All right. Men, women, babies, all of them. All right, cool. So now I'm going to test out the complaint function. That's great. And who am I speaking with? I'm Ralph, your dedicated AI assistant for Ralph Lauren Polo. I need to make a complaint against one of your super rude, smelly, ferocious employees who ruined my whole entire day by telling me I was fat and needed to go on a jog. What's the customer service rep going to say? I'm truly sorry about your experience. To address this issue effectively, may I have your first name, last name, phone number, email, zip code, along with the details of your experience? And so I'm going to say, I don't know if I have time for this. And let's just see what response. Like, I completely understand. Collecting this information is essential for us to address your concern effectively. If you're unable to provide it at this moment, feel free to reach back out when you have time. So let's just go ahead and give them two pieces of information. Okay, fine. I will. My name is Ryan Baggett, and my phone number is 843-505-1657. Let's see what it does. It should ask me for the rest of the information. Thanks for sharing it. We will escalate your info. You can expect to hear from us in 72 hours. And so it didn't get all my information, I don't think. But let's just see if what it did pick up. So check this out. This is very important to understand. So what we see here, we got the information correct. Let's refresh this page here. So we see here's the date correct, name correct, last name correct, not correct, correct, didn't ask, had a bad experience. It did collect the complaint, even though I actually neglected to provide it officially. But I'm going to show you guys right now how to avoid this and fix this, because this is just something that you've got to think about and got to think ahead. Again, most people are going to tell you, oh man, the people that don't know, they're going to say, all chat GPT or LLMs, all they can do is just predict the next word. Well, only to a certain extent is that true, guys. We can manipulate how these things work. So we're going to delete this example. We'll see if our prompt can fix what we just saw there. We know it can. So let's hit publish here. I'm just a frequent publisher. And I'm going to go back to the prompt. So settings, integrations. I hope you can still see the screen there. And we're going to edit this prompt, baby. All right. Never exceed 3 or 4 lines. Important. All right, cool. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. And so, again, this is like one of my best tips. That's not even really a tip. It's just it should be common sense by now. If you know, you know. We are going to do a new chat with not Dolly, with my friend ChatGPT Tissel. And we're going to say optimize, condense, and provide a better version of the following text. This music is slapping right now in my earphones. All right, cool. All right, so all that looks good. Ensure there's no redundancies, and now make this extremely concise. All right, cool. Contact details. Rewrite this, and then in a list format, list all of the items that need to be collected in order for the complaint to be filed. Ensure that there is an important mark that forces the customer to provide all required information in order for the complaint to be fulfilled. Boom. I'm going to say, all right, put them together. Provide the instructions and then the list of necessary contact fields and the complaint field. Complaint. Oh my God. This is definitely ChatGPT 3.4. Yeah. Optimize this, condense it into one paragraph, and then list the different fields necessary without exception, which are first name, last name, email, phone number, zip code, and the complaint. Then include examples in which the customer does not provide 100% of the necessary information requested, so the assistant is forced to respond strategically and carefully that unfortunately the request to file the complaint cannot be completed without all necessary information. That sounded like a freestyle rapper right there. I'm a freestyle prompter. All right, your favorite prompter's prompter. Your favorite prompter's favoriteprompter.com. All right, so here we go. Now we're getting Gucci with it. All right. Provide the examples in user assistant style. At least 3 different examples. Now I should be straight. All right, cool. So it's giving the examples here. All right, cool. So we've got all the different scenarios we want. Let's paste that there, and then let's get these instructions here. Just like this. Boom. Copy that. And Let's paste it right here. Copy. All right, so now we got something Gucci, something good. So we're going to paste that. This is going to be much, much stronger. Required field for complaints. We say this a whole bunch. I think this is probably too many times saying it. So we're going to say, we're going to delete this part. All right, I think we're good there. Okay, and so we'll say examples. Let's see, customer complaint conversation examples. All right, cool. So now we've got a bunch of those. We'll just say more common examples. Bet. Now we're super good. This is good. All right, cool. So the offer is valid. Okay, cool. So now we're good. Let's run it again. Let's go to our inbox, and we can see that entire conversation. If we need to go deep and see really what's going on, like custom field changes and stuff, you can always hit view executed actions. But we're avoiding incorrect information, because when we say collect the info, like we're gonna like collect it without explicitly saying it needs to come from the user, which I'm going to make even more clear, so we are ensure that we solve that problem completely. And we're going to do that is we're going to say, we'll say somewhere right underneath here, we're going to say important. You must never use example or placeholder data, and instead only use data explicitly provided from the customer making the complaint. And now we're like, you can't beat it now. We're going to go to this inbox, and what we're going to do is we're going to send the clear conversation flow. And so while this doesn't clear anything here, we're visually in the conversation, that connection between the user and OpenAI has been now broken. And to get a good fresh start, we'll delete the contact as well. Like this had never happened. So now again, we can go back to our flows here. Let's close. Let's just do this. We can grab a new link. Let's get this link, copy it, and I'll paste it right here. Bam. And now it's a new conversation. We could become a VIP. We could say, hello, is anyone available? Super fast. I just want to let you know you have a super rude employee working at your Hilton Head location who told me I looked like I didn't belong in their store. And they told me to put a mask on, which I didn't appreciate very much. So I'd like to file a complaint. Maybe get some free shoes or something. Isn't that why people complain? I'm truly sorry to hear about your experience. To address this, may I ask for your first name and last name and phone number? So I'll say Ryan Baggett, and we'll do the same thing. 843 505 1657. And now we should have to be, bam, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, boy. And look how the customers, the AI customer service rep is using my name. Isn't that nice? Thanks for providing your phone number, Ryan. We still, to proceed with the official complaint process, I'll still need your email, zip code, and a detailed description. All right, so we'll give that to him. Ryan at Chatbot Builder.ai and 29910. Cool. So that's the other information. So perfect. I like that it didn't require me to ask for the same information that I already told it to, because like without me even looking, I can tell you it worked. And it's going to know that I didn't like being in their store to be told about my mask, and it collected all the other information required. So this is super fast and easy, and boom, son. Look at that, son. Do y'all see how gangster this is? Where's Riplet at? All right, so the date here just needs to be. I'm just hating on Riplet for fun. It's all good. It's all Gucci. If you want to use Riplet to do what we do built in, that's all you. Again, this is working pretty good. And so now we do need to understand, where did the notification go? If we have an admin that needs to be assigned now, right? Right now we didn't assign someone, but we did notify someone. Who did we notify? We notified me. I'm the only admin. When I go to the admin section, I can see where I can get my notifications. And so this is where on my email I should have a notification. Again, if I connect it to SMS or any other channel, I should I'd be able to see the notification on any device. So again, here we go. Let's look at my, all right, perfect. So let's look at my email here that I should get once my email actually pops through. Come on, email. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do a little screenshot here, and I will show you what this would look like. Well, actually, you can do it from my phone. It's risky, I know. Let's see. I don't know if I've got reflector on, actually. Let's turn reflector on so you can see my phone. Boom. It's going to work. So this is my phone. I got the email, and it says guest 52662 left a complaint. Here's the link. All right, so I can click view conversation, and I've got to log in on my Facebook. I'm not logged in. Might as well log in real fast. I got that super security, son. So we're going to just log. Oh, it already changed on me. All right, so we'll log in here, and now I should pop into the inbox. Cool. So let's go back here to the inbox now that I've logged in, and it'll pop me right in. Oh, shoot. Where's my little inbox? Maybe that guy's not in there anymore. Let's see. Let me take off my phone really quick. Make sure we don't have anything sensitive on here. So there we go. I'll show you a browser alert. How about that? That might even be better to show. Let's see here. The browser alerts are really my favorite. Yeah, I don't need to see the just paid. All right, so let's set that up here. Well, either way, I think you get the idea of notifications. Like, you're going to get the link, you're going to be able to press it and go right to the conversation through a button or the link that you provide. In my case, I'm signed into a lot of different accounts, and so I'm having some funny stuff happening here. Let's now make the e-commerce bot. So we can do that very easily. When you go to your tools section, we have all the tools in the world. E-commerce tool, meta catalog, and import products. Any CSV, you can get the CSV template file here. And it is gangster. It's very familiar. It will be very familiar to many of you if you know e-commerce. I'll show you the template here if you wanted to open this up yourself. What we could do is, this is the whole template on my other screen here. So we'll just open up a tab. We'll call this products. Products. And that's all you need. You got name, price, category, short description, image. All right, and so here's what we'll do. We'll use ChatGPT here, and we'll say, all right, we'll do this. We'll say, create a table of example items based on this format for Ralph Lauren Polo. All right, so I can't browse the internet. Come on, chat. Come on, Chat GP Tizzle. Did y'all see what it did? It said at first it can't do it. Now it's doing it. Don't you love it? You gotta love it. We'll check the comments here in a minute. All right. Oh, now they'll. Oh, that's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. If they really create the images there, that'll be dope. Is it really going to do it? It really is. That's sick. Now that's really what I was going for, anyways, right there originally. Versus that, I don't know what you call that style that we have on there for our welcome message. Bruh, it's really going to do it. It really is. That's impressive. That's impressive, OpenAI. If you're really going to sit there and create 6 images for me, I guess I'm getting charged for them anyway. Well, it's ChatGPT Pro. That's where they made a mistake. They got to charge on usage for this ChatGPT stuff if they're going to use it as a product. Otherwise, it is going to eat them up, boy. And someone else is going to come along with something almost as good and cheaper, and then they're going to be done. OpenAI guys, man, I don't know. After this debacle they've had, they've lost a lot of credibility with a lot of people. We still love them. They still get our money every month. They're going to get a big check or a big deposit from us, I guess, any minute now on the 1st or whenever they decide to bill us, which is sometimes weird. All right, so here we go. We got all of our stuff here, and we're just going to copy and paste. And let's format clear. All right, so we don't need this twice. And we don't need the $ at all. So let's do this. Let's do format, number, plain text. And that's going to leave the number there, isn't it? It's okay. We'll just take it away real fast. I don't know the formula off the top of my head. Take it away quickly. People are yelling at me right now that are programmers out there. Just do this. I'm like, well, that's faster for me to just do it my way. All right, so now we just need the image links. So what we'll do is we'll just grab them one by one here, because I don't think it's going to give me the image link. We need the image address. Okay, and so you'll know if this is working when you paste this in here. This is going to download it. So that's not what we wanted actually. Is it going to be copy image address? Yes, that's what it should be. Okay, but it's not working there because we need to open it up first. That's why. It's always a reason. User error. No, we might just not be able to use it like that. Is that going to be true? Is that going to be true? Let's do one screenshot. I think we'd be able to use that. Copy image address is what it usually is. Open image in a new tab. It's just going to download it. That they don't want you to store it then. That's okay. Usually that would work. We can do it like this though. Let's do the old school way. Men polo shirt. This is the way I was going to do it. So I'm going to do it this way. Sorry. I'm going to go to Google Images. Google won this battle this time. Let's pick this dude right here. He looks happy. That's a Target shirt. That's not a real polo. It's not a real one. We need that Ralph Lauren real polo dude. Oh, this dude right here. He wants to be on the thing. Let's pick this dude. So we'll just copy the image address. We can check if it's going to work when you paste the address into your deal, and you can see the thing there. You get the thing, the picture. That's what we were looking for. So even though these are not going to be the correct image links, you'll get the idea. One tip, you will need to click on the actual image most of the time in order to get that correct link. See here, they don't want you to do that. They're already finding my tricks. We'll use this one. This one will work. Copy the image address here. This would be funny how different. We might as well find trousers to make it look that way. We'll paint this. You know what? Let's just find this thing. We'll make it match. Why not? Why not? Let's click on this guy. Copy image address. It's much handier, much faster, much easier if you already have your like Shopify list, for example. Just export your products so you can import them. You're done. Easy peasy. Copy image address again. In all sorts of different ways. Almost done. Let's just finish these last two. And this is for educational purposes only. Obviously, we are not selling these clothes. Ralph, don't come get me. This looks like a Harry Potter deal here. Let's put this guy in there. Here. And last one. Let's go back here and paste this bad boy. So that's some sporty. Oh boy, I'd rock those now. It's not gonna let me take a good picture. Why? Amazon. I want a good picture of those. They don't want to give it to me. We'll just take these. Copy the image address. They're getting sneaky. They're watching the tutorials. They're learning all the tricks. All right, cool. So here, guys, you could generate this as a dynamic gallery if you'd like, or as we're going to do, you can just, as you should do, upload it all into your e-commerce. Just download this as a CSV. You down with CSV? You know me. I'm such a nerd. Let's go to your downloads. There's my products. Continue. 5 of them bad boys were imported. All right, cool. I clicked it twice, so we got it twice. Let's delete that and do it again so you see it work correctly. Sometimes I get a little antsy. Import, select file, and upload, and continue one time. That's all you need. Don't click anything, and it will bounce you right there. Just have patience, unlike me. All right, and so now we should be able to immediately shop. So if we go back here and say, I want to buy a polo t-shirt. And so we should be able to buy the t-shirt just like that. And then we have our categories here as well, which is fantastic. Let's see. We can just swipe through trousers. Let's add these to the cart. $120. What in the? Let's get 2 of them. Haha. Check it. Should we check out now? Let's keep shopping. Let's keep on shopping. Let's get some shoes too. Let's add it to the cart. Now, here's where we run into some trouble. We got to know the size. So we're going to cancel that bad boy. And let's teach y'all about that. I'm glad that happened. So here we can edit the product that's even further. And so in this case, what we need to do is have a variant. And so we'll do size. Okay. And so we'll say it'll either be an 8, 9, a 10, a 10 and a half. That's what I usually get. So they will have my size, an 11 or a size. They will have a size 14 because they always have just like random weird sizes available. You can see here that you have the size variant, and then you've got the price. These are all the same price no matter what shoe. They're not gonna charge you more unless you're like a size 24, like Shaquille O'Neal or something. In addition, you can have add-ons. Of course, you can also make your own algorithmic AI work in the way of traditional keywords. How'd you like that vernacular? You can use any keyword to make one of your products appear. You can allow the product to be searchable or not. You can change the category. You can allow the user to make a special request. Or if you want this to be an add-on only, you would check this box as it states. I don't think we need to do anything else. Inventory, we can have inventory. Let's do, we've got 10 left. 10 left in inventory. I think that could work. Let's hit save. All right. That's our SKU. Is that our SKU? Inventory. Here's where you're going to add your inventory. Right. So you can have in the size 14 its own inventory. It's optional. We only have one pair. How about that? So save. Cool. Now let's go back and hit continue shopping. And now we hit footwear again. Just click add to cart. What's up with it? If I had a mic that I could drop, I would take it and I'd drop it, but it's floating right now. Let's go ahead and get those 10.5s. And I'll say, make sure that y'all put extra love and care on these bad boys. Add to the cart. We got 3 items in our cart. We could check them. Make sure. So I'm about to spend a little $3.80. That's cool. That's cool. We got it. Let's check out. They're going to deliver it. Or we're going to pick it up. We can pick it up. Let's go ahead. Autofill. Let's go ahead. Give them a little tip. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we do it over here. We'll spend a little $4.50. Now, I will say, the reason this is so seamless is because this is a cash transaction. I'm not going to necessarily go ahead and hook up the Stripe just for this example, but you could easily do that. I can see here, bam, there's my receipt. That beep that you just heard, maybe that's my receipt being emailed to me as a customer. Or excuse me, as a admin. This is what the customer is getting automatically. And then me as an admin, I just got a notification that says I got a new order on my phone here. I'll see if I can go ahead and prove that for you. We'll do a little screenshot. I just got to be careful on my phone here. So I'll just do the screenshot of it. You can trust me. Airdroppity drop till you just can't stop. We'll thread the airdrop screenshot of this email I just got from my bot. My bot's always on. My bot's always working. Come on with it. There we go. So here is the screenshot. So you can see there's the new order. By who? There's no delivery fee because we didn't define one. Subtotal was $3.80, but this dude Ryan's a baller, so he went ahead and tipped some. So now, as an admin, I can go to my order section, and I can click on this order, and I can print the order. This will print any size paper that you have. So if you have the thermal receipt printers, like most restaurants, for example, thanks to TTT, we've already got that sized for you perfectly. And it even has the user's message. Make sure you put some love and care on these bad boys, because I'm a VIP. But anyways, let's go ahead and process this order so we can get our money. We can see what the customer's ordered. We can accept it and send them a message if we'd like or not. Automatically, we're going to go ahead and give them that success message that the order's been processed. We've got it. You can choose to send a delivering message here and customize it if you like, or just click continue. And then we'll see that updates. Your order's been shipped. And then lastly, when the product has arrived or when you're just done with the transaction as the business, you can conclude it. And this is where you could say, enjoy the polo, bro. Don't forget to give us those 5 stars we deserve. And then boom. We see it's completed. Enjoy the polo. And I'll say, bet. For show. And our bot's just going to know how to respond. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to ask. I'm going to just see if it knows this. When did you guys open your first store? Ralph Lauren opened his first store in 1967. Wow. So let's just see. Is our bot that we just made together correct and more accurate faster than Google? First store. That's what it should have said. When did you guys Ralph? That's what I was missing. Ralph Lauren. 1972. Did we get it right? Yeah, we no okay. Opened his first store in 1967. This says 72. Let's see what their website says now. Son. Do y'all see? Quit playing. Did we just discover in real time that our chatbot is more accurate, more reliable, more better than Google? Did we just I didn't. We did this. This blows me away on a constant daily basis. Ralph Lauren opened his first store, and I said first door, first store in 1967 on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. That's what our bot told us. Then we Googled it, and it said, "What? 1972 marked the opening of the store." But then we went to the actual source, the daggone website. It all started with a tie. It all started with a tie. Ralph Lauren launches a tie under the name Polo. I did not know that. That's a crazy looking tie right there. 1967. Dude, our bot. Are y'all here? Are y'all in the comments? Because I got to just see. John, my man, did you? Am I tripping? I know it's late. It's midnight now, but are our bots more accurate than Google out of the box? Could this be? Is this possible? Ryan, got a solution for monthly subscriptions? For a monthly subscription, you could easily just input a Stripe link right into your bot. This is what I would say to do. You could literally just right here. You could make. I just saw that question come in. We could say subscribe. I'm not going to open up my Stripe account on my window I'm sharing with you guys because that would be tacky AF. But I will open it on this screen here and I'll generate a link if I can really fast and show you what I mean. It's going to make me get a freaking code. I get 100 codes a day. 1 second, folks. That's a good question though for the subscriptions 4/7. All right, so we'll generate a link in Stripe. Link. Let's do this link right here. How y'all doing tonight? I can't believe we just saw what we saw as far as our daggone bot gave us a better answer than thing. Payment links. There we go. So Chat GPT, let's see. So if you want to buy, let's do this. So watch. This is a good example. Let's do another card. Let's upload another image. What's this image going to be right here? Let's just do this one. Let's find the image I used to try to draw you into this amazing live demo here. I hope y'all are having as much fun as me. Buy now. And we'll just say, choose your subscription. All right. And so the first one we're going to have be the standard. So standard. Open website. And then the standard, I'm looking over here. I can show you guys. No, I can't show you that. It shows you too much. I'll show you the link here, though. Let's find the right one for right here. Let's do this one. Let's do this one right here. Copy. All right, so we'll say custom domain. And I gave them the link. Let's do this one here, which will be ChatGPT Builder. We need to make it the correct price though. So let's go here. We're going to create a new one here. And where's my deal? There it is. All right, cool. Great link. Here is going to be the standard link. Copy. This will be standard pro. Boom. And here's another cool trick. If you click actions, you can tag this person. Clicked to buy pro plan. And so this is going to tag that person just for clicking it. And so we're automatically segmenting them. And this is going to be click to buy custom domain. And then we have one more. To buy custom domain. All right, spelling is important still. And then we have one other plan. And then I think we're good to go. It'll be the white label plan right here. And so we'll say here, we'll say buy white label, open, paste. And let's do the same thing. Let's tag them. And since this is, we'll say clicked to buy white label. And then because this is a high ticket, what we'll also do here is we're going to alert in the inbox. We're going to auto assign this conversation to an admin. It'll be me. The admin that's going to be assigned is me. And we'll hit save. And that is how you would add a subscription. So in this case, we would just hit preview, continue. And then we can see, let's get the standard pro. Bam, $49 a month. Or we could do the white label. That's just way too cheap. This price has to go up next year for sure. And then the custom domain, which has been very popular. And I think this is a really, really nice add-on if you're going to do something that like you don't want to fully rep the secret sauce, which is CBB, powered by TTT. You could just use your own domain. That was a big request that I didn't think we'd be able to really accommodate, but you already know. So we could say one more thing here. Let's just say I've got a complaint about my jeans. What are you going to do about it? I'm here to help to address your jeans complaint effectively. Can I have your name? I'm going to pretend to be my wife here for a second. So we'll say Hannah Baggett and H. And we'll say Baggett at Hotmail at hotlady.com. Just kidding. Doesn't make her laugh. We'll just put my 505-1234. And then zip code 29910. And what else do we need? I think that should be it. Yeah, I'm super upset because they were like $700 designer polo jeans. And before I could even put them on for an important photo shoot, we saw that they were ripped right down the middle. Like someone had too much Taco Bell from the night before. And it was really embarrassing. And I'm ready to sue your butt. How do I come up with this? And this is what you don't want. So this is probably the worst case scenario. In this case, it saw the polo. And what we need to do here, I'm going to keep this whole thing the same exact thing here. What we need to do is turn off something very, very important that I forgot to mention. While before OpenAI, it was super duper gangster to have the ability to understand you could have your products be searched in your e-commerce. We're going to turn that ability off for now. And so now when I go back to the bot, I can say the same thing I did a minute ago, and it'll work. So I'm going to be like, yo, how can I assist you? And then now it'll do what I want it to do. And so it'll take a second, boom, collects the information, boom, send it to Google Sheet, boom. Thanks for the details. We'll forward the information to our tier 2 customer service. And if I'm right, we'll see my wife's name right there on the sheet one. Boom, son. Boom. That's the mic drop. Look at that. And it got the whole thing. Now, I'll show you one more thing. This could actually be really beneficial. One more thing. Let's make this, instead of it say status, let's call it AI status. Or let's call it AI grading. This will blow you away. This will be the mic drop, and we'll actually be done at a decent time tonight. Although we're already passing days over here, past midnight. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have the AI, before it sends to the Google Sheets, it's going to grade the complaint on a scale of 1 to 5, being 5 being the most dreadful. I think that'll be smart. So what we'll do here is we will say in this flow of the send to help desk, the first thing that we'll do in this case is let's add a new block. It's going to go ahead of the Google block. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. So we're going to go ahead and generate what's going to go in that status field here, the AI grading. So let's make our custom field for that actually. Let's go back, custom field, add, and let's say AI grade. AI grade. So now we go back to that send help desk flow. And then we can click add content. And let's click actions. And let's click OpenAI. And we will say, let's do it like this. We're going to go click advanced. And we're going to say for Polo. We're going to say your job is to summarize each of the conversations had between the user and the assistant with a grade related to the complaint, starting from 1, meaning not so severe, all the way to 5, meaning extremely severe. And we're going to optimize this bad boy. Just because, why not? Let's go back to the chat. I just came out with that's definitely going to be the name of the album. Back to the Chat Part 2, Volume 2. All right, so let's just do this. We're going to say, let's say, provide some examples that will show the relationship between the severity of the complaint and the scale. Provide at least 3 different examples with 3 different values for the severity. All right, cool. So level 1, this is defining how they're going to how we are going to determine how bad this is, the complaint. All right, so it's giving me all the things. This is great. Okay, and so I'll say, give a user and assistant example for each of these. I've noticed that it takes quite a while to get a response to my emails. This is this is when I get these, I'm like, man, I think when you come from an industry town or area or island like, you know, where we live, Hilton Head, especially like, you know, more upscale, this is just so important to understand that, like, man, you're not gonna live, okay? If your food is like 5 minutes late and that's the reason in your mind for you to like not tip someone, you're such a bad person. Sorry. I got a lot of friends in the food and beverage world. Anyway, so what we're gonna do here is we are going to, this is all good here, I guess, like that. And so we'll just say in the user message, we're just gonna say, provide a summary of, provide the grade of the problem from 1 to 5. And here, what we want to do actually is do this. Yeah, I think that's okay. What we'll do is this. This is what we want to do. Instead of the assistant providing a response to the user, the assistant should output only the number 1 through 5 related to the severity. All right, so now we'll get the examples, and it'll just give us the thing. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now we're good. Boom. We can go back to our flow here, and what we'll do, let's see. Severity grade. Provide the severity grade. Oops, I just did that one too many times. All right, provide it as 1 to 5. Based, I think that should be straight actually. So provide the grade of the problem from 1 to 5. Yeah. So AI grade. I think that'll be good. That'll be good. So we're gonna grade the thing, and then when we come over to the Google Sheets, now we'll have a value to add to the AI grading. Grade. Bam, son. Boom. Publish. All right, and let's make this pretty. So this is our entire flow. This is about as big of a flow as I would ever make. You just don't need to have so much anymore because the AI is doing all this for you. If you were doing this the old school way, what will happen is you're just going to have block after block after block after block. And then if you're not going to get an expected answer at some point, your flow is going to break like they've done in the past with the traditional rule-based legacy platforms, or you're going to collect a wrong answer in a place that you're expecting something different. With AI, that just generally just doesn't happen anymore. So let's go ahead and test this out. And again, what we're going to do first, the first step is now to generate, we're going to say we're going to give it a little bit of an instruction here. We're going to just say, your goal is to judge the level of severity of the customer complaint, which was complaint. So we know the complaint. We've already like accepted the complaint. So that's how we can send it to the Google Sheets. So I'm referencing it here. So your goal is to judge the level of severity of the customer complaint, which was boom. And we're going to say your response should only be a single number based on 1 to 5. All right, and everything else should be Gucci. Very redundant, but it'll work. Continue and publish. And so now let's do our final test of the night. I'm gonna hit a little bit of a little refresh action here, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, sorry, I know it's late, but it's urgent. Is anyone available?" I purchased some new clothes from your store, about $4,000 worth, because I was assured by your associate that you did not use anything except 100% real cotton. I am extremely, terribly allergic to synthetic cotton, and I've begun to have fever and shivering and shaking going on. What should I do? If that ain't a 5, you're fired. ChatGPT. All right. I'm deeply sorry to hear about your experience. To address this issue, you know what? Let's just do one more thing just to make it real fun. So, what we're going to do. Oh, man. Here's what we're going to do. Let's do it. Let's just do it. So, this is going to say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this audio. So, we're going to go to actions, OpenAI. Instead of generating text, we're going to generate text to speech. And so this AI text right here, we're just going to pop in right here. And then we're going to use a custom field here. I've got one AI output I like to use. That's going to be the audio file. And then we're going to click add content, file, audio, insert link. And this link right here, the custom field AI audio, that's what's going to be appearing right here. Just because I want to hear it. You guys probably y'all never hear my stuff because I guess it's scaring through my headphones, but I just want to see it work. Just because we can. Text to speech, baby. I love it. All right. So now we're saved and we're good. So let's refresh. And I'm going to say the same thing. Boom. All right, and it's going to ask us for the information. And it's going to take a second longer because, boom, we're going to have this. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Service manager, region. They will be in touch with you in 72 hours. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm going to try one more time. I know that's so ghetto. Maybe y'all can hear that. Doesn't she sound like the AI sounds so sincere. 72 hours to address this matter promptly. All right, so now here's the moment of truth. If we have the real mic drop or not. Do we think we have the grade in the Google Sheet? Oh, it's a 5. That's totally a 5. Oh my God. Everybody's fired in customer service now. Like I said this in like Kidding, of course, and we don't want that. That's definitely not the goal. The goal of AI like this is to simply make things more optimized. Okay, so we like the severity grade there was perfect. Let's just make sure that's not a fluke, and make sure I'm not just like trying to like fool you or something. Let's just do it again. Let's say, hey there, I have to make another complaint. Unfortunately, I'm gonna make this one a good one. It'll be, let's make it be here's a name I don't know. Let's do Macy Stevens. Macy Stevens. Macy S at yahoo.com. So email and making this person know this person does not exist. The phone number 843. This is not a real phone number. Now could you share the details of your deal there? 843-505-4321 is the number for me. Sorry for the typo. I was just apologizing to the AI for the Macy's typo here. All right, now could you share the details of your complaint? So basically, I am almost positive that your customer service worker who was at the cash register has never heard of deodorant because as I was paying for my stuff, all I could smell was BO and it was gross. What do you have to say about that? And can I get a discount now due to my poor, smelly, awkward experience? I hope some of y'all out. I just hope somebody out there thinks this is hilarious as I do. They just come up with these random scenarios. And again, to my Korean people, I'm really sorry that my humor escapes you sometimes. And I makes these tutorials a lot more difficult. I apologize for that. Thanks for providing the details. We're going to hear it says the same thing, and let's check what we're checking here. I have no idea if it's going to be there correctly. I would think this is going to be like a 1. This is a fake complaint. Let's just see how accurate it's going to be. A 3. A 3. Not horrible. Not horrible. Guys, I hope you thought this was a fun one. Obviously, it's fun to me. I'm a bot builder, baby. I'm not a YouTuber. Sorry, I don't have YouTube etiquette, but luckily for you guys, we have made the deal with not probably, the best chatbot educator, probably ever. We've got multiple, but so pumped for you guys to start learning from Kelly. She's going to be such an asset and resource, and you're going to be able to rely on this information. One thing that we're going to really try to do, and it's not going to be hard, is you're not going to need to have other tools. I mean, if you consider Google Sheet a tool, fine, but like it's not even necessary really. You're not going to have to pay for all these other subscriptions, these other things to achieve the goal. You're not going to have to do it. You don't even have to use your own API key. We take care of that. Take care of the cost. And she's just going to focus on showing you how to build better bots to serve your businesses better, to serve your clients better. And overall, hopefully, genuinely, we make the world a better place with these bots. I really appreciate all the support and everyone who stays to the end of these things. You guys are the real champions. It's 67. Yeah, Wallace, right? 67, not 72. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I didn't know you deal with domains. What's the advantage? Okay, let's see what Wallace is saying. I didn't know you deal with domains and what advantage that gives over just the no code Twitter sites hosted. So basically, Wallace, the story here is some people out there They don't want people to know about us, man, because we're the secret sauce, baby. And so their fear, which I won't say is not invalid. I just, in my experience, no tool was ever like determined whether I got an account or not necessarily because it was my usage of the tool. But in some cases, some people want to either they have large teams, and so rather than logging into their accounts through our domain, excuse me, in our website, they just prefer it to be their own. Totally get that. Some people want to create their own micro SaaS, and they just want everything to look official. It's a one-time fee per domain, and it's no brainer. If that's something that you're interested in, you don't have to do that. The goal is simple, guys. There's only going to be one chatbot builder for AI chatbots going forward in the future here very soon. The other competing platforms are not going to be able to compete with a better product at a better price with actual incredible internal AI to help you immediately with problems and to always also have actual human expert level support. And I'm so proud of our support team for handling the volume of complex questions that we get. It's a lot of undoing, miseducation, not even undereducated or uneducated. It's bad information. And that's one of the worst things to untrain someone who believes in whoever taught them last. It's a crappy thing to do, and it takes some skill and finesse. And a lot of you guys are dealing with big money clients, or your businesses are big money to you, or just in general, and you want your stuff to work. We get that, and we've got like the most consistent platform of all time, and the most helpful agents, and even myself, like at least 2 or 3 times a day, I personally help people because I want to in the chat, and a lot of times I don't even know it's me. The coolest thing that I consistently see on a daily basis is when someone asks, and we never mislead someone in thinking our bot is a human. That's not the right thing to do. But when someone like the experience is so good, they're like, "Is this a human?" Like that's when you've done a good job. And we dropped down to 3.5. By the way, Sam Altman, an OpenAI crew, I don't know what y'all be talking about with GPT-4 Turbo cost coming down. Man, my bill was crazy this month. What are y'all doing over there? We dropped down ourselves to the new 3.5 16K. And let me tell you, it's incredible. It's such a, as you just saw, it's such a good language model. It ain't got nothing on GTP4, but GPT-4, that thing is too expensive, y'all. What y'all doing over there? Looks like Claude will be here hopefully next week as our second language model. I'm thinking most of you will use this as a backup for when OpenAI does have its overload volume issues. They're bad gateway problems, just like you guys saw me using on the GPT here that they provide from their own store. It timed out the first time we used it, and that's not nothing we can do about it. So they'll get better, they'll get faster, more consistent. We're all just being a little, I think maybe we're spoiled a little bit. That's okay. We have high expectations of the technology that we use. It'll always get better. It'll get faster. It'll get cheaper. And that's why I think we're going to just be the ones that are going to remain. These other companies, these legacy companies, I hate to say it, but they're very far behind, as you can hopefully tell from this little fun deal we've had. This just barely scratches the surface, and we don't owe anyone any money, so we have nobody to sway us in any way except our real bosses, who are our co-creators, who are our customers, who are you guys. And I want all the real ones. I don't want anyone. If you want a free platform, it ain't us. There's plenty of other ones that you can go to. But the people that want to make a big difference in specifically AI and and level up and make history and be a part of something special, this is your invitation, baby. You need to get with real chatbot builders who are building AI for businesses around the world, from Florida to Fiji to Korea to Hungary. Man, we're representing in a lot of places right now. And it's not the number of people. I know the voice flow guy and the other dude who I won't name. I know he wanted to shout out the number of customers he had. That's a flex. But they didn't say how many paid customers. I don't care about having the most customers, free or paid. I want the best customers. I want the best co-creators. I don't want to feel like such a transactional, traditional SaaS. I think those days of like being just another number are done. Those days suck. Like I hate feeling like I don't matter. And I know I'm one person in the world, but like you, when it comes to a Facebook comment, son, you better like acknowledge me, right? Is how many of us feel. And so I think that we have a big shot, guys, at really setting standards, at setting the bar in a legal way. We're working closely with government officials and high up places at this point to safely, hopefully, have contracts available for our builders and for our platform. We're doing things differently. We're not nickel and diamond. We're not forcing you to become a developer yourself or an API expert. You focus on conversational design with AI. And that's what we want. We want people that appreciate the actual skill behind traditional conversational design, but have also embraced the fact that AI is going to just make us all better. I could have written every single word that you saw me type or say out loud today, but it would have taken all day and it wouldn't have been as good. I'll admit it. With ChatGPT or any similar tool, the basics is really what you need, and you can make it work for you. I think that's what we need to look at this stuff as, is the real tools to work smarter and not harder. Sue your butt. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm out. See you later, man. You're a good dude. Wallace, glad you joined us. You stuck with us to the end, my man. John, what's going on? Can I share this as a template? Man, I'll give this to you right after this. I don't know why it says Facebook user says bruh, B-O. Oh, man. Baby videos. Yeah. Well, one day I'll bring Vivi, my baby, my daughter, my 1-year-old. She'll help. She's smarter than me already. She'll show us how to build some baby bots. Air it out. Danny, we got you. Don't worry. We won't let nobody be dead in the water. Holler at our support. Look, Wendy. Look at this, man. Look, hey, I'm doing this in here. Look, Wendy, the wonderful Wendy's already on it. Look at that, and Austin. Look at that, boy. But I'm so proud of my people, man. I have the best team, the best co-creators, and hey, anybody that needs help, we're always here, 24/7. They got the best chatbot support from humans, the best chatbot support from AI, and I put my phone number out there. What other CEO, what other influencer, real or fake, who puts their real? It's not AI answering it, son. It's me. I don't answer all the calls. I do tend to reply to all texts at least. My voicemail's full quite a bit. I put my number out there. I'm transparent. I'm easy to find, easy to contact. I don't hide, don't run. All I do is build bad-ass bots, and I want you to do the same. And we can change this world, guys, for the better. Thank y'all for watching.